Hey guys, it's Issa Forest Naturals, and I'm going to recreate my wedding hairstyle. First, you part out a round section of hair at the top and you make a ponytail. If you got any straight edges like I do, just add some gel and brush it down and just try to get it as neat as possible on top. Now around the sides, I parted out a bang in the front and a bang on each side because I was going to try to go for little tendrils, little curlies on the side, and in the back I've gone straight across. And with the rest of the hair I made 8 sections on each side, so 16. And I'm going to be braiding these sections with some Kanekalon braiding hair. So you just take each section and begin braiding, and you're, like I said, you're gonna have 16 equal size braids all around your head. If you have really short fuzzy edges, go on ahead and use some gel or like a smoothing gel like I'm doing to make sure that it's nice and neat around the edges, and just continue your braiding until you're all done. So here are my 16 braids, and I'm going to begin building my veil. Originally I used these little plastic bands. Never ever use them. They're horrible and they melt when they come in contact with oil, which is not good. So I opted for rubber bands this time around. Now you just take 2 of the braids that are next to each other and place a band on them. So I chose these 2 in the front because I wanted my first diamond shape to be right there. If it's uneven, you can even it out by just moving the rubber band and sliding it up or down on the braids.
Here comes the tricky part for me, of course. I have these tendrils down on the side, and like I said, I didn't like the way they came out. I wound up looking like a Hasidic Jew. So how do I get this to come up? Now on one side I will do it the way that I did it on my wedding day, because you know I was at a loss. I didn't know how it was going to come out, so I just had to basically wing it. And then I realized that I didn't like it and I was not going to take down my entire veil. So on this side I just had a regular braid. Okay, so, and I'm going to wind up trying something new on the other side, but I want you to be able to see both. Okay, so normally for the veil, the next 2 parts would be these 2 and these 2. But since it falls between these 2, I'm going to attempt to split this one amongst the 2 and then move on with the veil. So, let's start off a braid just right here. Maybe don't twist, okay? And take the 2 sections that I've separated it into and put one with one. Now it's looking to me like I'm probably going to have to redo these 2 braids. Okay, so I have this section loose and I pinned this up this way because I have been having a problem with trying to, with the braid falling back down or with the hair falling out, or the first time I braided this whole braid into here. So yeah, whatever you gotta do to ensure that that doesn't happen. And then just go back and re-braid my section. That is, if you've ever braided it. If you watched this ahead of time, you might not have braided it because you realize that you're going to have to take that braid back out. Alright, looks like the bobby pin worked. Okay, so here's the loose piece and here's the hair I'm going to be re-braiding. And you may notice that it looks like it's leaning very heavily towards this braid that I've already done. And I gotta tell you, I'm not gonna undo that because this was hard enough to do. And I just have to move on with my life. So I'm gonna let it stay that way.
Now that we're finished with that, we can get back to building our veil. So once again, you just start taking 2 braids that are next to each other and putting them into a band, and you can tighten or loosen the band by just moving it. So here is my first tier, and we're going to move on to the second one. So you take 1 braid from one of the banded sections, on each side and put them together. And you go around your head making these small diamond shapes. And that is my full second tier. And I'm gonna go for 3. So once again, I think you get it. You take one braid from one of the banded sections and one from another banded section and band those two together, and you go around your entire head until it's all done. This is going to be my last tier, but if you wanted to, you can continue on going as high as you want. So then I just take all of the loose ends and bring them up to my bun at the top and start wrapping them around just to get them out of the way and get on to the next part of this style. So remember that braid? This was my dilemma on wedding day. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just brought it and wrapped it around. So you can do this, or you can do what I did on the other side. It's your choice. So it's starting to come together, and now we need to do something with these bangs. So I used a heat protectant and I curled it. Now I did try curl formers and perm rods, but it was not looking good. So I needed to apply some heat. I decided to curl upward to give a more loose and romantic sort of a curl. I like it nice and flouncy in the front, and in the back I curled it from the side so it would be more like a spiral curl to give it a little bit more of a hang. Okay, and now to get on to beefing up that bun. I used some regular Marley braid hair, and I put the hair behind the bun and then just started to wrap one side around. Very neat and very snug, and just tucked in the ends, and did the same for the other side in the opposite direction. I tried to spread the hair so I could cover any open parts and just make it look as neat as possible. So you can toy around with it for as long as you need to. And there it is. Nice, right?
Okay guys, just for you, I went in and put on my wedding jewelry to give you a little bit more of a feel of what it was that I looked like on that day. So here it is, and I've got my style all done up. I got my bangs and my tendrils and curls all over the place, and I have to say that I felt absolutely immaculately beautiful on my wedding day. Of course, I can't recreate the makeup because I didn't do it myself. I employed Drini, the makeup artist, and she is a celebrity makeup artist who usually does the makeup for the ladies of R&B Divas Los Angeles. So yay, she really did me very, very nicely. I also want to give a special shout out / thank you to, I believe her name is Rory. She is the author of Chocolate Hair Vanilla Care. She is a Caucasian woman who has an African American daughter that she adopted, and she comes up with the most fantabulous hairstyles ever. And I got the veil idea from her, and I told her I'm going to use one of your daughter's styles for my wedding, and I just wanted you guys to know where I got this from. I did not come up with it myself. It was all her doing. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Rory and Boo, which is the little girl's name. Also for the diamonds, I got these little rhinestones. Hopefully you can see that, and it is puckered on one side but flat on the other side, completely flat. And what you do is you just take a little bit of weave glue and you glue these right down on the center of these X's wherever you have the rubber bands. It got a little tricky and quite messy when I did it, so I'm not going to be redoing it right now. And I can't even, oh, did I lose the diamond? I lost the diamond. Yeah, I'm not going to be trying that right now because I just washed my hair and got all of that glue out and had to redo it, thus this tutorial. But just wanted to let you guys know if you wanted to make it, you know, exactly the way that I had done it. So that is the end of this tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you have as much fun with this hairstyle as I did. I absolutely loved it, and I absolutely love you guys. So until the next time, I can't wait to talk to you again. Bye.